when I would onboard new hires, one of the questions they would always ask me is, so if I go into the Oracle CRM, can I find the entire history of the account in there with all the records and transactions and stuff? And invariably, I would say to them, I can give you one of two answers. I can either give you the answer that you want to hear, which is yes, of course, or I can give you the answer that's the truth, which is, are you freaking kidding me? This is Oracle.
They don't have that.
They don't have that. No, nobody spends time feeding the used to. No one ever spent time feeding the monster because, with regard to CRM, it's not for the rep. It's for it all in the past it had been for the manager, not the rep.
Interesting. Okay. I take a different view of that, but yeah, I'm interested. That perspective is interesting, and especially now with a lot of the tools that are available of like automatically getting that data in there and not creating admin work for the sales rep. I think the CRM can be inherently valuable, but there are very large companies like Oracle out there operating today where I've talked to sales reps who have said this CRM is absolutely unusable, and I do all my work out of an Excel spreadsheet.
Right. Yeah, and it's a loss for all because it's not there's no tribal knowledge, there's no institutional knowledge, and the rep is doing a lot more work than they have to.
100%. The other thing is, and this, like from my role in marketing, that it does bother me is that marketing doesn't get the benefit of, oh, you had an interaction with them. Maybe we lost a deal. Well, that means we're going to put them in a different nurture sequence than we would normally. And if you don't put that in there, we don't know.
Right. Yep. So, in my experience, most organizations don't run sales and marketing as a system or series of connected systems. They run them as a series of petri dishes. Let's put something in there and see what grows.
Yeah.
And usually, you know what happens when you expose a petri dish with culture for a while, right? You know what you get.
Yes. Bad stuff. Yes. Bacteria, mold, who knows?
Yep.
Fungus, if you're lucky, it doesn't. Who knows? It's
It's
crazy.
it's conducive to growth, but not to business benefit.
Yeah. No, I truly believe like some of the best orgs I've seen, the CMO and the CRO, or even equivalent if it's a smaller org, VP of sales and VP of marketing, should be hand in hand.
Yeah, and I think a lot of smaller companies benefit from size and agility and recency of formation, right? They take all this stuff as a given, like, oh, there are all these tools out there that interact and provide benefit, and we don't have to think much about it. We're not gonna host any of it. It all happens. We just put a credit card into the cloud, and good stuff happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's important. I think it's like when companies get larger, which is great because that means they're successful, people are buying their services, and there's like there's this pivot in marketing where it's like, oh, we have to talk about brand. We're all about brand. And that's where I think it starts to break down because sales cares about brand as long as they can continue selling, but I don't think they care about all the nuances of brand that a marketer
Right.
necessarily cares about.
Yeah. Well, and I have a couple of coaching clients at a big three-letter company that I won't name, but they frequently hear from their customers, what does that three-letter name company stand for these days? It's lost its way. I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's largely accurate, right? They made a move from systems and services to AI and Watson. I shouldn't mention Watson, but Watson.
We can
And
edit that out.
yeah, but well, and but you can't point at that three-letter company and go, this is who this is what they do, right? This is what they used to do and they still do it. This is what they used to say they were going to do and we don't know whether they're doing it. And for a salesperson to spend time explaining the corporate focus, the corporate why, as opposed to focusing on what the customer cares about,
Yeah.
that's friction in the system, as it were.
Yeah. 100%. Agree. Like I think yeah, sales should be there to talk about value,
Mm-hmm.
and that value needs to be contextual to the individual that may be writing you a check, and not to just the universe in general. That's again marketing's job to kind of start to thread that needle, and to talk about the broader values of the company. But sales is tactical. You're
Yeah.
it's hand-to-hand combat.